Welcome back to the podcast. This is episode 27.
Oh.
Oh,
I thought
Yeah.
we were doing a thing there.
yeah.
I got it.
It felt good still.
Gotcha.
Yeah, 27. That's kind of nuts.
That's a lot.
Yeah, we're getting up there, and we're almost to our age,
Yeah, I can't believe you guys are still listening is the real shocking part of the whole thing.
dude. And what's crazy is
Wait. I don't know what you're talking about.
starting over.
Episode 27, y'all. Thanks for being here. Happy almost Thanksgiving.
Yeah, almost Thanksgiving. It's
Yeah.
this week. It's crazy.
Oh, that's right. It is Thanksgiving tomorrow.
For people who know that we record this a weekend ahead, shh.
Yeah. Shout out to our new listeners on Amazon
Yeah,
Podcast.
Amazon Podcast, Audible, iHeartRadio,
Whoa.
and Google Podcasts.
So this is episode 1 for y'all and
Yeah,
episode
what's up?
27 for everyone who's been here
it
since the
backlogged
beginning.
everything. They got it
for
all
real?
now.
Oh shit. Man,
Yeah.
y'all have 26 other episodes to go binge listen to.
Yeah, get caught up.
Thanks for being here. Welcome.
The Christmas
I'm Jim.
specials. I'm Jason. The Christmas specials are coming.
Ooh, me too.
J-
What?
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 Because of Christmas, right?
Sure.
But yeah, it's crazy. Last week's episode, like the day of, already at like 18 plays, like the day of.
I'm here for it.
That's crazy. Like, I know we get a lot more like plays throughout the week, but I just want to say thank you to the people who like, oh, it's Wednesday.
The day of listeners.
Gotta listen to the Midwest Saddle Boys podcast. We appreciate that so much. Mm-hmm. So much.
Yeah, I mean, whew. You said the other day we hit like what, just over 800 total plays, which
Yeah.
is just
Yeah.
awesome.
I think it's
Thank you everyone for being here. Again, I know we said it before, and I'll keep saying it until I'm blue in the face or red in the face from wearing all this long sleeve
so many
inside.
layers.
Yeah, stupid idea. We all have the same 24 hours in a day, so for you to take 1 hour out of your time to listen to us say weird shit, thank you.
Yes, much appreciated. 862.
Whoa,
currently.
we almost hit the big 900.
So I mean, we'll probably be over 1,000 by the new year, which is nutty.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you want to know what else is super nutty?
A payday.
Yeah, actually,
Yes.
we did just have some cashews too.
We did have, what was that thing called? Butterscotch? No.
Butter
honey.
butter glazed cashews. I don't know.
It looked like a testicle with a growth on it.
Yeah, there was
It surprisingly tasted well.
there was a place in what was it? I think that was in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. It was called Try My Nuts. Shout out to Try My Nuts. The guy we walked in is like, "Hey, you want to try my nuts?" And I'm like, "Oh, this guy's funny." And then what's really funny is I went to like reach for one of the nuts on. He had it on like a little spoon,
2 of them,
and
actually.
he's like, "No, no, you can't grab my nuts, but I can put my nuts in your hand."
That sounds like sexual assault.
He's just getting away with it because
I mean,
it's a
if
nut shop.
you're grabbing them, that's also on you.
I just wanted to try the
Man's nuts.
I mean, they're.
He had some good honey glazed nuts.
Yeah, I also got some pecans.
Some pecans.
Yeah. You know what's funny? That whole thing, we went to a place called the Old Mill. It's a restaurant. So let me first off start by saying it was an hour and a half wait.
For a restaurant?
Normally, we're like, why would we do that? But everybody was.
Okay.
That's a sign if I've ever seen one.
Fair point.
If
If there's a
every-
lot of people waiting, yeah.
If everyone is getting the same thing, hour and a half, and everyone's like, all right, sounds good.
I'm here. Yeah.
There's a reason. So we finally got our table right. I was walking over to be like, hey, can you tell me like where we're at in line? And he's like, Kovac. I'm like, hey, thank you.
It's BOIS. Thank you.
Yeah. So we go, we sit down. Dude comes over. We get like this like corn chowder, delightful.
Okay.
Just trying it,
I'm
and then
here.
I got like a chicken fried steak.
Oh.
Taylor, I know. Taylor got a meatloaf, It comes with like unlimited green beans and mashed potatoes.
Okay.
It was really, really good. But then it also comes with a dessert.
Mm-hmm.
So she got the blackberry cobbler.
Okay.
And I was like, dude, I'm between the blackberry cobbler and the chocolate cake. You tell me which
you
one.
Get both, and then you share.
I was like, you tell me which one. You just pick it and bring it to me and I'll be happy.
Surprise me.
Dude brought me both.
What a homie.
A man after my own heart.
Did you pay for both?
No.
Wow.
No, he didn't charge us for both.
What a homie.
Yeah, so he got a very nice tip because
He knew you were going to pay for it.
Yeah, but I was getting at, he's like, we have the pecan pie and we also have the pecan pie. It's the same thing, but it was good.
Man's got jokes. Man should write a podcast.
And I heard him say it to like 3 different tables. So like he's got a routine, but like I appreciate it nonetheless.
Dude, I mean, when you do a job long enough, you have a routine too. I mean,
it's just more efficient that way.
Yeah, right. Like I know the words I need to say. I'm going to say them in as efficient as possible.
Yeah.
Clearly not
100%.
very efficient.
Yeah. At podcasting.
Yeah. Clearly with not putting the button on.
That's what happens when you take a break and you be dirt bike gym for a week.
Yep.
You know, even though it's been 2 weeks since then.
you just have a concussion and you just put on the CTE protocol.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Sports terms.
Sports. We like sports and we don't care
who knows.
But what I was going to
It's a How I
say.
Met Your Mother reference.
Is it?
When
It's been so long.
when Robin's a newscaster and Ted has his class, he's a teacher, and they have a drinking game where every time Robin says and so they show up to Ted's class and they're all hammered because Robin goes and then he says something and so then she finds out about the drinking game and she just goes and to Mr. Mosby's architecture class, bottom, get wrecked or something like that. Anyhow, I'm sorry to derail.
It's been so long since I've watched that. But so you know how I've been having issues with my work car, right? I had like some tire issues, whatnot. So when I got this car, let's go back. I got this car in March. There was 2 AT&T like fleet vehicles in the parking lot. And they're like, hey, grab this key. That's going to be your work car. One of the cars had a super dented up door. And I was like, I held up the key and I'm like, please don't be that one. Please don't be that one. And I hit the little unlock thing. And of course it was the dented one. That was back in March. Mm-hmm. It is now November. And they're like, hey, we really need to take care of that dent in your door. I'm like, I've put 35,000 miles on this car since March, and now the door is a priority to you?
Yeah.
So they have me in an F-150 pickup.
Oh, a vehicle that's actually your size.
It is my size, and I do appreciate that. But in the AT&T corporate world,
in the AT&T universe?
Yeah. Only AT&T employees are allowed to ride in an AT&T vehicle.
Checks out, insurance purposes, I get it.
Right. So why is there a family of mice living in this truck?
Are they paying your salary?
No, they're not. They're not AT&T employees. I sent that into my group chat for work. I was like, hey, can somebody tell these mice that they're not allowed to be in this vehicle because they don't work for AT&T?
Yeah, like what's their
Thanks.
dispatch rate, Tio?
Right. Yeah. So like I'll be sitting there because I got in the truck the first time. I turned it on, doing the thing, and I just hear. I'm like,
That bitch haunted.
like there is a mouse. There is a mouse in here.
That bitch haunted.
And I swear to God, dude.
It's
Today
'cause
is
we summoned a demon. We summoned a rat.
into the vehicle. No,
Oh,
no, but today was the second time that I swear I heard this mouse take a shit.
you heard it
You
shit.
hear like a, and it's a long drawn out one, and I'm like, I swear to God, this mouse is taking a shit in the ceiling of this car right now. I can't make it up.
So hold on. How do you know that they're in the ceiling? What, like is the upholstery like coming off? Like what do you
because you can hear them running above you,
like
and,
scurrying?
yeah, and then like today I was like I hit the roof of the vehicle and you hear like all this little stuff, which I'm assuming is their droppings, pellets just rolling down. and then they go, and you hear like a
Ooh, that little hand
that?
gesture, that was
yeah,
cool.
it's ASMR for you.
Wow.
It's-
Wait, hold on. Do it again. Hold on. Do it one more time. I'm shocked that that's picking that up.
I know,
I'm
yeah.
here for it.
But that's literally the sound, and it's been almost 2 weeks now. Those dudes are still alive, and I was 99% sure the first day. Day 2, I was 100% sure.
Oh, big upgrade.
I left a sheets bag on the floor of the car,
Of course you did.
and they chewed a hole.
So
it.
now it's confirmed.
Yeah.
So now you just need to set a rat trap in the passenger floor.
I mean,
Just set a trap and get in and catch them.
I mean, I could.
Wow, I mean that would be so. If they've chewed on a
Yeah.
bag of like stuff that you had in the car, the first
Right
thing
there.
I would do would then be to set a trap on the floor. I mean, that could have been anything. I'm kidding.
That could have been any little rodent chewing a hole into a bag.
You could have a chipmunk hanging out with you. What if it is a chipmunk?
Dude, I named him Stuart.
Fair.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rightfully so. Speaking of cars, do you have more to that story?
No, that's it.
Speaking of cars, so Monday, right? Monday last week. Anyhow, my coworker comes into work late, and she's like, "You're never gonna guess what happened." And I was like, "Oh, what happened?" Like, if I'm never gonna guess, just tell me. Anyhow. Oh, I don't know what happened. She's like, "Oh, I was driving, and all of a sudden, a rock went through my sunroof." And I was like, that seems odd. And she's like, "I know, right?" And she showed me a picture, and sure enough, there was like a hole. I don't know, probably like yay big-ish or so. For those listening, not watching, I don't know, a nice fist-sized hole, right?
One fist.
Yeah, one
size.
fist through the sunroof. Long story short, she gets one of her family members to come pick up her car, take it to the shop, yada, yada, yada. Today, Wednesday, Megan is on her way home, and she texts me, and she goes, "My sunroof just exploded." I was like, "What?" And she was like, "Yeah, the sunroof just exploded." She's like, I didn't hit anything. Like, nothing hit the car. She's like, "I didn't hear anything roll down the roof." Sure enough, dude, she showed me pictures of it. I don't have them on my phone, but sure enough, there's like, she said it was the size of a fist, but then by the time she got home and it kept driving, it like had grown.
This is the same type of vehicle?
Exact same car, Honda HRV. So what do? We got on good old Google, and you type in Honda sunroof exploding, and sure enough, I got it right here. Sure enough, there's a class action lawsuit of vehicles from 2015 to 2022 of Hondas. Just the sunroof just explodes.
It's a pretty long
Yeah, right?
span of time.
Honda responds to exploding sunroof moonroof lawsuit. A lawsuit against American Honda Motor Co. has been answered by the defendant, yada, yada, yada. Proposed class representative files, yada, yada, yada. Alleged in the second amended complaint, the plaintiff alleged that due to a manufacturing defect, sunroofs and moonroofs in 2015 to 2022, Honda and Acura vehicles are prone to sudden explosion, causing broken glass to fall onto the driver and passengers. Thankfully, Megan had like the little shield thingy up,
Oh.
like the little slidey drawer thing, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
She had that close, like glass didn't fall on her, but like, could you just imagine? You're just driving, all of a sudden, fucking glass everywhere.
Glass.
Yeah, so now Megan's part of the black trash bag brigade. So we got out there, we duct taped a trash bag over it, so it doesn't like get wet inside the car in case it rains or anything like that.
Dude.
I'm gonna drive her car to work, but like, dog, what is happening in the world that like you can't even count on shit to just like not explode at any given moment?
Can you imagine they're just like, they're in the final stages of development and they're like, all right, yeah, everything's pretty good. And we just got to go with the sunroof. I don't know, man. There's like a 23% chance that it might explode.
23? We'll take those odds.
We can pay that
That's
out.
like a 1 in 5.
Yeah, we can pay that out.
Yeah. Okay, so it's carry the 1, divide by 2. had in the, that's only like what, $1 million? Pff, we could pay for that.
Yeah. Cheaper. Wait, how much is it going to cost us to go back and fix it?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
All right.
We're not replacing those.
Send it down the line.
They're
go.
not going to break that often.
7
The
years
fact that
worth of
I know
exploding
2
windshields.
people in one fucking week to
That's-
have their sunroofs
That's
explode.
insane.
I told Maggie, you got to go play the lottery. Like, what are the chances, my dude?
Dude,
it's
we're-
insane.
We're going to put this clip on all the socials, and please comment.
No. We don't have to. I'm not trying to start beef with Honda because I
I'm not starting beef
love
with
my
Honda.
car. Megan has had great luck with her Honda, other than the sunroof exploding.
Great luck that the sunroof thing was closed, so she didn't get.
You know, it's better than all the problems she had with her Jeep.
Oh yeah,
And
Jeeps are trash.
you, of all people, should understand just
Oh,
quite
yeah.
how many problems you can have with a car.
Oh, I'll call it out all day long. I love my Jeep, but my Jeep does not love me. My Jeep wanted to shut itself down while I was
Multiple
driving
times.
multiple times.
Yeah.
And did I ever tell you like what ended up fixing that problem?
I think the last time we talked about it was some sort of oil consumption test or something. Yeah.
So they fixed it with a software update.
That's what they tried to say about Megan's,
No.
and I don't believe it.
I do believe it
Okay.
because it has not happened in how many years now?
I just
So-
think that they've patched out the check engine light to come on. Go ahead.
No, so what it was is that it was spitting too much oil. So with the software update, it now spits less, so it doesn't burn through oil in 6 times the speed.
Yeah. Wild concept that you could tune a computer engine. It's almost like
It's-
EFI cars run on a
crazy.
computer.
crazy.
Who would have guessed? And to think that they were like, yeah, we'll have to replace your transmission. And like, you know, you have to. Couldn't you guys have just like checked the little software and been like, oh, it's squirting too much oil into the spark plug chamber? Like,
Too much squirt.
yeah. Sometimes too much squirt's a bad thing. Typically, when your car is squirting too much oil,
Too
is
much
when it's a
oil.
bad thing.
You got your oil changed? Well, it's gone in like
Oil changes for everybody.
3 weeks. Oh, God.
Yeah, dog. So, I mean, like I said, I'm not trying to start no beef with Honda because, like, Honda's done me good so far. And other than the sunroof exploding, Honda's done Megan good so far. But just wild that I know 2 people, sunroof,
Just exploding.
why? Yeah, insane. So now I have to drive the trash bag brigade to work until we call the insurance company and get it fixed. But
That's
thankfully,
ridiculous.
with there being like this whole lawsuit thing, like I'm hoping that we could just like send that link to the insurance company and all these pictures and be like, so you guys are charging Honda for this, right? Like I don't have to pay for this.
who knows?
Why is it clearly it's not my fault if Honda admits that there's a fuck up.
You'll probably
Like,
have to pay for it and
and then get reimbursed. That's I'm fine with that, but like I shouldn't have to pay for something that is literally and visibly clearly not my fault.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
They literally responded to it. It feels like there should just be like a fax number where
Yeah.
everyone just faxes the bill to them.
Yeah, exactly. And but like also at that point, like if there's a class action lawsuit, why is there not a recall? Hey, your sunroof has a chance to explode, so just bring it on in. We're gonna slap in you a new screen protector on the top, you know, and it's not gonna fucking detonate at 70 on the highway. One would think, but again, what did you say earlier? That costs money. Fuck that. We're not
Yep.
doing that.
Yep.
So
Dude, that's like Google Fiber,
Mm-hmm.
right? So
what about it?
I work for AT&T. We do fiber internet. Google Fiber, I have a bunch of calls where someone's like, oh, my internet's not working.
Mm-hmm.
I'll drive into a neighborhood and I see all these crews working
Mm-hmm.
and Google Fiber signs and Google Fiber coming soon to your neighborhood. And I'm like, I know exactly what happened.
Yeah, they did snapped a line.
Yeah.
Yep.
So like I go and I'm looking, I'm like, hey, so what's going on? Like, oh, no, man. Internet just like went out yesterday.
Hmm.
Yeah. Were there people working outside? Yeah, there were. Yeah. They cut your line.
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking to somebody and they asked one of the installation techs for the Google Fiber, which is all third party.
Well, yeah, no.
But
Because then they can place the blame on them.
no, yeah. So what it is that it is cheaper for them to pay the fines to AT&T for a cut line than it is for them to not finish their product.
Yep, absolutely.
They just have to focus. Like that's the thing. Like they're going to inconvenience people that may need internet to work it from home.
Yep, security
or
systems.
security
Yeah.
systems, health related things when they need internet.
If the punishment is a fine, that means it's legal for a fee.
Yeah.
Let that sink in.
Yeah.
Everyone, listen to me. I'm going to say it again, a little louder and a little slower. Punishable by a fine means it's legal for a fee. And that can be applied to almost anything that is punishable by a fine. All of these, and I'm falling into a conspiracy rabbit hole here, right? All these plants that are getting found with child labor, and all these places that are getting found with undocumented workers, right? Oh, we didn't know. We'll pay the fine. Oh, sorry, we won't do it again.
They knew.
Legal for a fucking fee. It's bullshit. Nothing is real. Everything's made up. Money is fake. It's printed. It's not. Honestly, they don't even print money anymore. They literally just type in balances. They add zeros and go, you have this much money now. Nothing is real anymore, people. Like, we truly live in a society where nothing is real. Continue with your Google Fiber.
That's really it. I mean, but in your thing, ask for forgiveness, not permission.
Oh, yeah, it's easier to beg. Yeah, ask for forgiveness than it is to beg for permission. 100%.
Wait, what do you mean I can't have 6-year-olds making my shoes? Oh, I'm so sorry. Didn't know.
Yeah.
That's my bad.
Yeah, I should have asked first, honestly, because then, I wouldn't have hired them. But I didn't know that. So when Timmy lost a hand, we'll just pay off his family, and Timmy's gonna run around with a nub for the rest of his life.
They didn't teach me that in business school.
Yep. No, they did. That was business 101.
Well,
That's business 101. That's literally what you learn on day one.
Sleeping in that class, probably.
We definitely slept through that. Well, I didn't take any business classes.
I actually did take a business class.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I don't know if I passed it.
That sounds like a math class, and I know that your track record on math classes ain't great.
No.
Honestly, I think if I would have taken business classes, I don't think I would have. Well, back then, Jim was kind of oblivious to how the real world works. And now older Jim is like, fuck this. Like everything. Yep. I hate everything now.
And what's funny, we can segue this into our one of our main topics.
Segues are weird.
It's like there's two kinds of people in the world. People who are like oblivious to it, and they finally find out, and like, yeah, this is dumb. I'm just not going to do that. And then the people that buy into it, the corporate Kool-Aid.
Oh,
like what you see everybody
sipping
just
the Kool-Aid,
double fisting on LinkedIn. It's insane.
What a segue.
You like how that segue worked out?
This week's sponsor, Kool-Aid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude. First off, I've deleted my LinkedIn because, like you said, I
need to.
It's a corporate circle jerk cesspool of Kool-Aid drinking, mouth breathing.
It's so bad.
Oh my goodness. Don't even get me started. Our company promoted 14% extra synergy this month. What the fuck does it even mean? What micromanage bullshit did you have to peddle for your middle management broskies? And you're like, oh yeah, sorry bro, I'm gonna need you to work from home 4 less days a week, even though we promised you could work from home permanently because you were clearly more productive during the quarantine, and we made record profits while everybody worked from home. But now our rent is due on this big ass fucking building we bought, and we can't justify it to the shareholders. So you have to leave your house and commute and drive on the highway and spend all your money on gas and commuting to come sit in the same office and do the same bullshit work that you were doing from home for making more money. Oh my God, I'm going to fucking die. I'm going to have an aneurysm, dude. I hate this country.
Yeah, it's
what a rant.
something.
That was one breath.
That was good.
Oh, that's the clip right there.
That was good. And
I'm as red as my lid.
I'm just going to superimpose the clip of me doing this.
Just over top the whole.
Wait, it was good, like 5 seconds of sounds. Ready? Perfect.
Yes,
we'll
nailed
see
it
on Facebook.
Okay,
But
so yes, LinkedIn.
yeah,
Go ahead.
it's one of those things like I get like emails from time to time about like, congratulate this person on 5 years at this company.
My God.
Like, you know what? Let's go on LinkedIn here.
I would love to do it with you, but like I said, I deleted mine. And LinkedIn is so locked down that if you don't have a profile, you can't do shit on LinkedIn.
I still have one, and it's
yeah, right. You know, it's like, oh, so-and-so is in your network. Can you confirm that these skills that they have? And you're like, dog, I haven't spoke to this person since high school. I have no idea if they have managerial skills or cash handling skills or like any sort of business appropriate tech certifications. I don't fucking know this person.
Yeah. So tell me how real and genuine this person's comments is.
Here we go. Yep.
I'm gonna leave the company name out of it.
Yes, please.
Happy Friday. I am thrilled to share that I have accepted a new position at company as an job title in their LA office. A huge thank you to person for assisting me throughout this process. I am looking forward to joining such a great team and furthering my career.
Oh my God.
Thrilled to share. What are you, Apple?
Yeah,
Stop
right.
it.
That's the corporate equivalent of people like on your birthday. They're like, I'm screaming happy birthday.
Yeah.
Shut up. No, just shut up. No one fucking asked.
It's so bad. I'm gonna find more. Find more.
I've said while you're scrolling, I've said before, I've recently changed roles at the same company that I've been at for the last year, and I'm extraordinarily happy with my new position, but I'm not gonna LinkedIn circle jerk all over this place. So far, the company that I work for, great, love them, can't complain. When I had applied for the new role that I have now, the HR recruiter lady, she was like, hey, we want to offer you the position, yada, 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 sign here, your new contract, blah, blah, blah. And then, so I did, and I was like, oh, I'm super excited. Thanks for this opportunity. I appreciate you guys considering me. I'm happy to, progress forward within the company. Very courteous, I'm not out here blasting it on social media because none of you guys care that I got a new job, right? The only people that it directly affects is me and Megan and my dog and now my friends, because now I have more money to go outside. Anyhow, so she was like, hey, by the way, I saw you on LinkedIn. Would you mind updating, your page to reflect your new position? And I was like, I responded to her. I was like, yeah, I'll get right on that. Proceeded to log into LinkedIn, delete, immediately got rid of every bit of as many online LinkedIn presences that I had, because I'm just, I need to remove myself from just corporate bullshittery, because I see enough of it in my Monday morning meetings where the bigwigs talk about how much money we've made. And it's just like, okay, but we as a company made all this money. I didn't make that much money.
Yeah.
I know what you guys pay me, and I'm not complaining. Thank you for my salary. But I know what you just said we as a whole company made. That is a significantly larger number than what you're paying me.
Yeah, the top 5 people got that in a bonus.
Yeah, right, exactly. The shareholders. So I'm not going to talk some smack on the company that I work for because they're great, but it's every company, right? It's not just the one I work for. It's not just AT&T. It's not, Best Buy was the fucking same. Oh my God. When What's Her Nuts, Corey Berry would have her bullshit video conferences, and she's like, I want to thank you guys for all your hard work and dedication throughout the quarantine, and we just want to promote as much safetiness and just pleasantries, and we want to offer you as much mental health service as we possibly can.
And then she's like,
yep. And then she was like, oh, by the way, we just laid off 50% of the workforce. Snap. I just bought my 3rd golden jet ski.
Yeah. That place was
atrocious, and I hear it is only getting worse.
Yeah,
we still have a couple friends that wear the blue, and I'm like, hey, what's going on? And they're like, it's a shit show, and I'm like, that's what I thought.
Yeah, yep. I wanna go to the screenshot you sent me the other day.
Oh yes.
Yeah. I'll post it on the screen, but hot take: LinkedIn is just a circle jerk for free internet points in the corporate world. I was recommended to update my profile, and I just couldn't believe the fake-ass bullshit these people are posting. And then my comment, which I'm still proud of to this day.
So good.
trying to add me on LinkedIn. Found some great articles on corporate synergy. I want to send you.
Well, it was in response. What did you post the other day? So when did I post that? That was how many years ago?
2021, November.
2 years ago. And what did you post last week?
Last week, was it 2 days ago or something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it was that. I feel like LinkedIn is just a group of people commenting, "Let's go" on everyone's post. And I feel like when we worked at Yelp, that was their whole thing.
It's the hustle culture.
Yeah, and like at AT&T, dude, it's so bad. Fired Up Fridays.
Oh my God, it's all the tech bros that just like want to just like
they're like talking about everyone's accomplishments and the best team and the top sellers. Do you know what day I requested off every month?
Let me guess. Fired Up Fridays.
Fired Up Fridays. So I do not have to listen to any of that bullshit.
That's so sick.
And it's the best. Because anytime I would have to hear one of those calls, I had the volume. I didn't even have my phone on speaker. I had the volume all the way low, and it was just coming with a little head earpiece thing, and it was just sitting on the other side of my car. I don't want to hear literally any of that. Like, we're fired up, beasts. Let's go. And it's like, oh my God, please shut up. Like, it's so bad.
You make twice as much as I do, and you do half the work I do.
Oh,
Shut
God. She probably
up.
makes 3 or 4 times what I make.
Yeah.
And all she does is micromanage managers.
It's funny that you mentioned being in the car and being on a conference call. I've mentioned before that I used to have like a business to business sales job, right? Mm-hmm. One time I was on my way to an appointment with a client, and I had to take this conference call, right? So my radio's on mute because I gotta sit in on this call. So my phone's in the passenger seat and it's on speaker, and I'm driving and I'm doing the correct thing of paying attention and listening without watching. And somebody said something that like wasn't funny, and they were like, I vividly remember this man saying something like, "If that happens, I'm gonna quit." Right? Like he said that, which first off, sir, props to you. Bold move. That's big dick energy. That's huge. That is huge dick energy. And I laughed at what he said. And so like I'm driving, right? And he was like, "Yeah, if that happens, I'm going to quit." And I was like, "Yeah." And it got silent.
You weren't on mute,
I
were you?
wasn't on mute.
Oh, no.
And someone goes, "Whoever laughed at that, you should probably check your phone." And like I like looked over and muted it and just went back to driving. And so, right, we all have like laptops and iPads or whatever. And so then the group chat's like, "Oh my God, did you hear that person laugh?" And I'm like, yeah. Hope that guy doesn't get in trouble or anything.
Oh, well, what a loser, right?
Yeah, dweeb. Better not get fired.
Oh, no.
I quit the job like 4 months later. Fuck that place. Anyhow.
Okay. Yeah, I'm putting my resignation in. Also, it was me that laughed. LOL.
No, I didn't admit to that. Speaking of jobs, I heard that my old boss still listens to our podcast. So
wait, which one at the?
Well, my boss at my old role.
Yes, she still listens.
She does listen.
What's up, Jim's old boss?
Yeah. Please don't report me to HR. I have never once said where we work.
Yeah, he's also never laughed on a corporate,
Yep, definitely never did that. I was completely making it up. That was a bit for the podcast. That is not a real story.
Wink.
Shut up.
So speaking of jobs.
Yes. I wish I didn't have one, but go ahead.
Your old boss can probably fix that for you.
Yeah, true.
So for anybody out there in looking to get into job land, to put on their
job hats and goes down to the job store and get a jobby job.
Yeah, get in the job cannon and
Fire
blast off to job land where jobs grow on jobbies.
On job trees.
Yeah. Isn't Indeed just the worst place ever?
Oh my God. That is also, I feel like it is a front for data collection. It is not even a job.
Dude, 100%. And I have a friend who works at Indeed. And I'm like, "Hey, have you seen this?" He's like, "Yeah, it's a big problem.
Oh, really? So it really is.
Yeah.
Too.
So
Oh,
people, if you haven't been on Indeed lately, hop on. It's a fun ride. So you go on there.
Strap in.
Yeah, you're scrolling. You're like, oh, this job looks pretty sick.
Right.
And it's like, it's everything that you want. Monday to Friday, no weekends, paid time off,
Right.
benefits starting day one, $25 an hour. Like all these things that's like, this sounds perfect.
Yeah. Sign me up.
Yeah, sign me up. And it's like, there's not really a lot of information about the role, but it doesn't matter.
I'll figure
I'm
it out.
qualified.
Yeah.
And then you apply and you don't hear anything back. But then you get
We're going to come back to what I have to say, but like,
Yeah.
oh man.
so then you get an email
Yep.
from like 5 different companies saying, hey, thanks for applying to this role. Please join us in this Microsoft
Yeah.
whatever their chat thing was.
Microsoft Teams.
Yeah, it's one of there was like a different thing.
Oh.
Yeah, and they basically were like, yeah, use this code. We'll conduct the interview this way. And I did one like a year or so ago, and it was basically like a text interview.
Oh, I almost, not for the scam part, but I fell for one of those. They're like, yeah, like meet us at this Google chat and we'll
Yeah.
text you. And they're like, blah, 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 blah. It's this. Here's a copy of your first check. Like, this is for you to get started. And I was like, oh, you guys are clearly scammers. So never mind.
Yeah, Microsoft Kaizala,
Yeah, that
simple and secure chat app.
we both definitely just put our information like freely on the black market.
And it's like, dude, why can't people just post real jobs? And I was talking to a friend of mine, like probably about, I don't know, not 9-10 months ago about jobs. And a lot of people,
Not 9-10 months ago.
yeah,
Last year.
yeah, whatever. They basically saying that a lot of companies are actually like just constantly like renewing these job listings, even if they're not hiring for that role. So you have a lot of people that are constantly applying, for like 20, 30 jobs, and you never hear from a single one of them because they're either not real, they're not hiring. And then if you follow up with these people, like what I called a few of them. They're like, oh yeah, we're not hiring for that role.
Then fucking delete the
Then
listing.
take off the listing.
Yeah.
Like, and there was one in particular, and they're still posting it.
That's so
I still get
shitty.
emails about it. And I called one time, I'm like, hey, what's going on with this? Like,
Yeah.
and they're like, oh, well, we have a continuous need. I'm like, for the same position, all you do is change like the number
Yeah.
in the listing. Like, are you actually hiring?
Yeah.
She couldn't give me a straight answer and then started dodging my calls.
Yep. Absolutely.
So it's like, are these companies putting these listings out and saying the job market's awful, nobody wants to work?
nobody wants to work anymore, but we
Yeah.
recorded record profits and then we can't afford any salary or
Yeah,
budget
like-
increases.
Like,
Fuck
people
off.
want to work, but you're just not actually hiring.
Yeah, sorry that no one wants to come work at McDonald's for $7.25 an hour when a gallon of milk costs $5. You mean to tell me that I got to roll up to McDonald's and get screamed at by some Karens because she wanted fries without salt on them, but didn't say that she didn't want salt on them?
Who doesn't want salt on the McDonald's?
Karen
fries?
does.
What kind of
Karen.
monster?
Karens. Right? So, I'm going to roll up to McDonald's, work for $7.25 an hour after taxes and maybe Benny's if you give them to me. I maybe made $5. So now I got to go to the grocery store and I got to buy a gallon of milk. Well, there's 1 hour out of my day gone. So glad I got to pay for rent and electric and water and gas for my car to continue to drive to work every day. Yeah, gee, I wonder why folks don't want to work anymore, because it's literally cheaper to not go to work,
And
right?
to collect government assistance.
Right, because we'd rather pay off all these PPP loans than fucking pay people what they're actually worth to do the jobs. That corporations are making billions with a fucking B in profit, not revenue,
Billions.
profit. That's after, for those of you who don't know, profit is after you have paid all your bills.
Well, they don't pay taxes.
Exactly, right? They don't even get me started on tax breaks. Oh my goodness, right? So profit, that's just straight profit after revenue, after all your losses and your payouts and all that shit. And yeah, gee, man, it's a real shame that someone wants to make maybe more than $7.25 an hour. I can't imagine why anyone would want to go and work.
Yeah, why?
I know that everything I just said makes me sound like a super, super complaining, whiny little millennial, right? But I show up and I put in my 40 hours every week and I collect my paycheck and I pay my taxes and I do everything that these fucking corporations don't do. And yet I have to fucking, barely squeak by with a couple $100 in my bank account till the end of the month because I only get paid once a month, which is fucking astounding.
Yeah. And you don't even get your avocado toast.
No. Yeah. I fucking pack my lunch every day, dude. I take a PB&J and a cheese stick and I drink water, right? Like I try to do the bare minimum, and Megan and I, we're just making it. And I know that I'm in a fortunate position where both Megan and I work and we both collect incomes, right? And I know there are people who don't, right? So how is it that there are people who, right, collect these big $1 million bonuses and they have these, double-digit $1 million salaries, and they look at the single moms and the single dads who have multiple children that are out busting their fucking asses to make $10 or even ask for 15, and God forbid they even beg for 17 an hour. You have the fucking audacity to tell these people nobody wants to work anymore. Bitch, you do fucking nothing.
Dude, it's a mindset.
Oh
it's
my God.
It's like they hype themselves up, by making a post about it on LinkedIn.
Yep.
And everyone else
just corporate ejaculate all over
and they're
everything.
like, yeah, people don't want to work. You're doing a great job by still, running your business. And at that point, it's like people in power will do anything to stay in power.
Yep.
So just like people who are making a ton of money and collecting massive bonuses, they don't want it to change no matter what.
Right? Because and I'm not out here saying anybody owes me anything. No one owes me nothing. You shouldn't give me, I should earn by working and doing the job that you are paying me to do, right? I get that. I recognize that. I am not owed anything, but I earn, right? But for you, these corporate fucking douche canoes, how do you earn more? Fucking 200% more, right? But what did you do? You did nothing. You sat in meetings. You clicked on your keyboard. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Right place, right time. Connections. That's all it is.
We were born in the wrong generation, right? We're too old to be TikTok stars, and we're too young to fucking buy a house when we were in the 3rd grade and make millions of dollars when the housing market crashed. Anyhow, do you have anything else to add?
I mean, like on a lighter topic,
So let's circle back to the whole application process on LinkedIn, right? Remember when I was talking about it being like a data collection site? So can we all just agree that like it's bullshit that, right? So LinkedIn, you create an account, or not LinkedIn, sorry, Indeed.
Indeed.
You create an account, you upload your PDF resume, right? And it auto imports all your information from your resume because we have the technology. It can be done. Oh, hey, check out this cool remote job, 5 days a week at home, weekends off, 15 an hour, blah, 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 whatever. It's all peachy keen. Click now to apply. All right, so I click. Cool. Go ahead and input all your information from the resume. Motherfucker, can't you import it from the resume I just gave you? Why do I have to type it all over again? Why? Do I have to type it twice?
We literally have cars that can drive themselves.
Yeah.
We have rockets that can come back and land.
Do flippies and spinnies and then go
in the same spot.
Yep.
But we can't import a resume properly.
No.
And like even the ones that do it, it's like
they get it wrong.
Yeah, they get it wrong. Where it's like job company and it's like
company job.
Sales
what
engineer.
The fuck?
Sales engineer. It's like no. That's the different. That's the
that was
role.
the title, not the company. Yeah, right.
Yeah, like how do you? Okay.
That's not what it says, but all right. And then, right, so, but they have these tools that can filter out all these resumes if you don't use the correct buzzwords, right? Mm-hmm. If you don't have promote synergy and escalate prioritize and
We should make new resumes and just put shit like that on there.
right, yeah. And then you put it in the footer in white text so it blends into the background so it doesn't skew any of your other results, just so that the computer algorithm will pick it up and not auto decline you.
Yeah, this guy said synergy.
14 times in his resume. Where?
Synergy. He also said suck it in there somewhere.
Eat it, AI.
Yeah, and then he also said something about like team growth and bonuses for CEOs. This guy is what we
Yeah,
want.
we need this guy.
We
He's
need this guy.
exploitable.
Yeah, we can make him do what we want.
That's the problem.
But yeah, I know that was a whole lot to go into, and I know it's
I'm sorry, everyone. You listen into this podcast to laugh and entertain, and I hope that I have made someone else as angry as I got when I was ranting, because that
hope
is
Jim made you big mad.
No, hear me out. I want people to get mad at what I said, right? Because that is the fuel to start the change, right? Recognizing that it's a fucking problem.
I feel like you should be saying this into a megaphone right now.
Yeah, see, that's the problem. Is
we have
like
a button for that.
I'm smart enough to recognize that there is a problem, but I'm not smart enough to know how to fix it. And that is why I have a podcast instead of being like a union leader or like, a congressman or some shit like that.
I just really want to hit one of these buttons.
Give me some air horns. Bia, 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 bia.
Yeah, something change. Stick it to the man.
Yeah, tell him. Right. But for real though, I want someone to get upset at what I said. Not at me. Don't get mad at me. I'm sorry. I'm just telling you the reality of the world right now, right? I want you to get mad at not your boss, because it's not your boss's fault, right?
It's their boss's fault.
Your direct manager, probably not the problem. Your manager's manager maybe has the ear of the person whose fault it is, right? It's the shareholders and the CEOs and the people with the 3-letter job titles: CEO, CFO, CFF,
Right. It's like
fucking ABC, HBO,
it's,
ABC.
It's like in Yu-Gi-Oh! When you're building Exodia, there's 5 pieces
Yeah.
to the person who's going
Yep.
to screw you. Right.
Yeah. So get mad at those people. And when you collectively stand up with all of your coworkers against them, change will happen.
I think what he said is unionize.
I didn't say the word. You're part of one. I can't
I'm
say
part
it
of-
because, my company is not, and I don't want to get fired because I need to keep the lights on in my house. So
I mean, I'm part of a union and it's trash. So
not all, well, then your union leaders need to buck up and make and fight and stand up against for what is right. Anyhow,
Yeah,
look,
it's not time to negotiate our contract. They
can't do anything until until the deadline approaches. There's not much they can do,
Yeah.
right? Like they're not going to be like, hey, you pay us $300 an hour. Yeah, well, we're not rewriting this contract for 4 years, so eat shit. Right?
That's unions for you.
But for real though, like we turn into the sad boys to laugh, and I am sorry that I went off on some pretty heavy rants there, but it is the reality of the world that we do live in, and it really just does start with one spark, right? One spark to light the fire, and if I lit someone's fire to make a change, then I did what I came to do, and I'll be okay with that.
Can you start an actual fire?
Yes, you've seen me start a fire. When
That's right.
we go to the mountains, dude, my dad was a Boy Scout. I wasn't a Boy Scout, but I know how to start a fire.
Can you do the thing with like the wood where you just like rub it between your hands and on another stick?
No.
Yeah, me either.
I definitely need some sort of ignition source, but I can build sticks and tinder and make a fire, but yeah, you got to give me a lighter or like some lighter fluid. I can't do the whole like striking the rocks together, mostly
Yeah.
because I don't ever have those rocks in my pocket or rocks
Like the
ever.
flint or whatever it's
Yeah,
called.
I just
You know what? I think I know what we should do for next week. So next week,
where we're gonna start a fire in the studio. Next week is things. Okay, yeah, huh?
next week,
first week of December.
yeah, next week on the podcast, Jim and I, we're gonna do a.
We're arsonists.
We're gonna do.
we
We're gonna,
burn Jason's house down.
no, we're gonna do a survival episode where we talk about different things for surviving on an island.
Oh, the Sad Boys first guest host, Bear Grylls. He's tuning in with us. We're going to get him on the hotline.
I'm gonna DM him on Instagram after this.
Yeah. Hey, Bear Grylls, shout out. You trying to be on the Sad Boys podcast? Hit us up. DM us. Our people will call your people. Jason, call him.
I'm gonna call him. How do I find Bear Grylls' number?
Because when anarchy starts and everything goes to shit, we're gonna have to learn how to.
No, we're going the wrong way again, Jim. We're going the wrong way again. We're talking about surviving on an island, okay?
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, Jeff Probst, come save me, Jeff Probst.
Jeff Probst, dude, that guy is the best game show host in history.
He's so good.
He's
The
so
tribe has
good,
spoken.
and he looks the same.
He never ages.
20 some seasons into Survivor.
Him and Keanu, man, they just don't age.
Oh God, it's insane. But join us next week as we do
we're wrapping
something
this up?
about we do something about surviving on an island and who would take what item and who
We're
would
gonna drink
survive.
our own pee next week. We're not doing that.
I'm not. No.
No, that was a joke. That is a joke. That is a joke. We're not doing that.
I'll drink
Speaking of drinking, though, everyone, hydration check. Make sure you stay hydrated and drink your water.
the muscle mommy over there.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Are you spilling water in here?
We're not going to talk about it.
There's no fires yet.
Yeah,
That's next week.
I'm just putting out the fire that we started. We didn't start the fire.
That's the fire of suppressing your
Inner rage and showing up to your corporate job Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, and just eating your
We're going the wrong way again.
PB&J.
We're going the wrong way again.
Nothing is real. Everything's fake.
But really, thank you for a little bit more of a serious episode of the Business at Midwest Sad Boys podcast.
Yes, we can't talk about politics, but we sure can't talk about how fucked up capitalism is.
Yeah, we can talk about the job market because it's honestly
we are
trash.
Victims of it.
Yeah, it's honestly trash. But
Good luck, everyone, in your job search this week.
if you get a job this week off of Indeed, please tell me.
Yeah, right. Yeah, hit us up. Let us know because no. Anyhow, one of us.
Thank you so much for joining the podcast today. Episode 27. It's been a great time. We're a little bit more sad than we were when we started this 52 minutes ago, but it's going to be a great time. Thank you so much for liking.
Wait. Real quick, what are you thankful for?
What am I? I'm thankful for you.
Because tomorrow is Thanksgiving.
You make my life better. So you.
You know what? Thank you. I'm also thankful for you because we get to have this super dope podcast and we get to talk about cool things. I'm also thankful for all of you guys out there in podcast land because if you didn't listen, I would probably stop talking. So.
Yeah.
Because then Megan would just have to listen to me talk to her. And honestly, she's probably tired of me. So I'm also thankful for her too, obviously.
Yeah.
That should go without, I shouldn't have to say I'm thankful for her. She
Thankful
knows.
for family and friends.
I'm thankful for her right here. Yep. You see that? I know you can't see it on Spotify, but this right here, clearly I'm thankful for you.
I got a tattoo and then her initials.
Lame.
Yeah. I got 2 tattoos. Dude, you know what's crazy is I was talking to somebody the other day before I wrap this up again for the third
third time.
I was talking to somebody the other day and they're like, oh yeah, I have like 3 tattoos. And I'm like, I have 8 on my hands.
Yeah. 3 is not enough. That's not
But
enough.
it's still a lot, you know, it's more than just getting your 1. It's more than getting your 2nd. Like 3 it's a good number, but I'm like, I have 8 on my hands.
On your fingies alone.
Yeah. I have 1 on the pinky, 1, 2, 3 on the ring finger on the left hand, 1 on the middle finger on the left hand, 1 on the thumb, and then pointer and middle on the right hand.
Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Head, shoulders, knees, and my thumb. Megan and I also have matching tattoos. I don't have my hands tattooed, but Megan and I have matching tattoos.
You should get some hand tattoos.
No, thank you. Hard pass. My fingers hurt enough. I don't need them to get stabbed with needles.
Oh, dude, that didn't even hurt.
No, I'm going to take a hard pass on that. I'm not ready for that level of self-employment.
I am.
I know you are.
Because the job market's terrible.
Yeah. I, on the other end, fucking corporate sellout. I will stick to my 9 to 5 bullshit job and clack away on my keyboard with my tattoos that I have to cover up and my earrings that I'm contractually not allowed to make any bigger. But, to each their own.
Yeah. We'll go into this one last thing, and then I'll wrap it up for the third time for sure. So,
What if I want to wrap it up?
Oh, well, then I'll let you wrap it.
No, we don't wrap it up anymore because we got them cut off. What?
But it's crazy because we're just talking about tattoos real quick. I was talking to a friend of mine.
You have friends?
I do.
Oh.
Yeah. And he's a business owner, great dude. He's now listening to the podcast. So by the
Is
time
he a shareholder? Because he's going to get real mad at some shit I just said.
No. Self-employed.
Oh, okay,
Great guy.
Good for him.
By the time you get to this episode, we'll be even better friends probably. But
that guy.
yeah, so he was saying the other day, he just made a comment about it because like he also has hand tattoos, right? And he was saying like, gotta impress these people, like it's like an extra step you have to go when you look like we do, like with tattoos, gauged ears, like hand tattoos. People are instantly going to judge you. And that also goes into the whole workforce thing too, because like I know that I could not get a job where you work.
Correct.
Because I have tattoos on my hand. Like I wouldn't want a job, at that type of establishment. But
You used to work at one of the establishments that I work at.
yeah, very briefly because they made me cover my tattoos.
They make me cover mine too.
Yeah, but it's one of those things. It kind of hit me a little bit. It was like you could have one person with no tattoos, and they have a great chance of getting such and such job, and you could have somebody else with a ton of tattoos, and they have to work even harder, like impress somebody even more to justify that they are the right person for a job. And it's crazy that that's the way the world is, because like.
One would think that you would look at someone who is covered in tattoos and be like, oh, wow, they're capable of following instructions, sitting still and not messing up a beautiful piece of artwork that they're paying for, and also being able to get stabbed repeatedly by needles and sit through very painful situations, which is exactly what corporate meetings are like.
But it's like, like for example, like I do video work and I shoot weddings, and I know what the traditional wedding photographer looks like, right?
Yep.
It's
someone probably wearing something very similar to what the bride and groom are wearing, and they show up very professionally.
And it's usually a woman in their late 30s, early 40s with a Nikon camera.
Man, why do you got to make this about their gear?
I made that joke like a year.
Why do you got to make this about the gear?
Because we shot a wedding together, and I was right.
Hey, she was a nice lady.
She was a nice lady, but she shot Nikon.
Her photos were very terrible.
Yeah, they were very bad. Anyway, but it's just really funny because like you could have somebody who looks like your traditional employee, and they could do an awful job.
Oh yeah, they're super underqualified.
Right. Or you could have someone like me,
who might also be underqualified, or maybe not, but you're judging, so you don't know.
But like in like shooting a video for somebody, right? Like that's what I am doing. That's what I would love to do as my career, doing photography and videography, working with small businesses to get them better advertisements and videos and all that kind of stuff. So it's like you could pay somebody who looks, your traditional normal person with a camera, and they could do an amazing job.
Or not.
Right? But like, or not. But it's like you have to, when you go to sell yourself, like me, it's like, do you want somebody who can just do the same type of thing that everyone's doing? Or do you want somebody who's creative and like has a different mindset for it and is going to give you a product that's going to make you stand out over everyone else? And it's like, you have to get them to accept that you might have tattoos on your hands or stretched ears.
I think what I'm hearing you say is that typically those people who are of the, maybe alternative culture maybe are creative and imaginative and inventive and have different ideas and opinions, and also are capable of doing the exact same job or better.
Yeah.
But your super narrow-minded judgment brain says, they have tattoos. They're a degen. I don't want to hire them.
Yeah.
Wild concept.
Yep. And I will say I am thankful that the company that I work for now does not care about that. Like,
I was super cool about it, and I didn't mind that.
Yeah, they had no problems with it. Yelp didn't care because it was a phone
work
job.
From home, yeah.
Sweetwater didn't care. I mean, like AT&T, I've been getting more tattoos
while working there, right?
So it's fine. Like there's a lot of bigger companies that are accepting of it. And since we were talking about jobs today, I think that's one thing that needs to change, especially in my opinion. Like,
I also feel that the generation of folks who are running the big corporate jobs and things like that, those folks are retiring or dying soon. So there's going to be a big shift in just sort of exception. I don't know is the word that I'm looking for.
When
maybe
people are like 10, 15 years older than us who are still, who have
look like
tattoos.
us.
Yeah.
Right. And they're going to be like, you know what? Yeah, you're definitely qualified. Here's the money that you're asking for. Here we go. Instead of the super old boomers that are like, oh, you have a tattoo? Well, you're definitely not worth anything and you're a piece of shit.
It's just, you'll probably see it in certain industries like
soon. Yeah.
Well, I mean, like ones that won't change, probably like finance industries.
Yep.
You know, like, I don't know. There's a bunch of them that are just like, that's like a...
Yeah, they're just set in their old ways, and it's unfortunate.
But either way, wrapping it up for the third time.
Segues are weird.
You know, just keep being yourself. If you're trying to get a new job, keep looking. Do what makes you happy. Don't settle for less than what you're worth.
Mm-hmm. Or settle for less than what you're worth for a brief amount of time to keep the lights on in your home while you continue your search for better and bigger opportunities.
And don't be afraid to get hand tattoos. Thank you for joining us on episode 27. That's the message to take away from this.
We are such bad influences.
No.
Both of us. We, not you, we are bad influences. I was telling everyone to revolt, fucking light the Molotovs and start burning shit down. You're over here like, get hand tats. So we are bad influences. Anyhow, I'm Jim.
I'm Jason.
We are the Midwest Sad Boys. This has been your midweek Sad Boy update. We thank you for being here. Everyone have a very bountiful Thanksgiving tomorrow. Eat your weight in mashed potatoes and turkey legs and
all the pumpkin pie.
Oh
and
my
I
God.
swear to God, if you don't empty a whole can of Ready Whip on that one piece of pie, we will find you.
Send me pie pics. Just DM me all of your pie pics because the more pie pics you send me, the happier I'll be. So everyone have a thanks and happy giving.
Have a Thanksgiving.
Have a thanks and happy giving tomorrow, and everyone eat your weight in mashed potatoes because that's what I'm going to do. And try not to set your houses on fire when you deep fry your turkey.
Do it outside.
You've seen those videos, people catching their garage on fire and shit when they like dunk it in and fucking go. Anyhow.
Do better.
Yeah, right. Just follow the instructions. It's like reading's hard. Anyhow, everyone be safe. Eat all your good food. Eat your pie.
Yes.
Send me pie pics. What kind of pics do you want? Do you want like turkey leg pics? Send turkey leg pics to Jason. I want pie pics.
I'd even say yes. I want pie pics too.
No, he gets turkey legs.
Us both.
Anyhow, thanks for tuning in. We're the Sad Boys, and next week is December, so look out for a little scenery change.
My favorite.
Yeah. Stay sad, y'all. Bye.
Bye.